Last time, we learned something a little bit spooky. Your eyes can be fooled, and your brain never touches the world at all. It only sits in the dark, making its best guess. So here is a big, brave question. If we cannot fully trust our own eyes, how could we ever find out what is really true? We cannot just believe whatever we see. Our eyes can trick us, and our brain only guesses. So to find what is true, we need a way to check. And the way to check is the most powerful tool in all of science. It is not a telescope. It is not a giant computer. It is a question. A really good question is where every single discovery begins. But not just any question. Some questions the world can answer, and some it simply cannot. Look at these two. Which one do you think is a real science question? Which color is prettiest? Nobody can ever check that. It is just how you feel. But which ball falls faster? You can go and find out. A good question is one you can actually test, one the world itself can answer. And a good question comes with a prediction. That is your bravest, best guess about what will happen, said out loud before you look. Saying your guess first is what turns it into a real test. Then you test it. And now the most important rule in all of science. Whatever really happens is the boss. Not the loudest voice in the room. Not the oldest book. Not even a grown-up. Reality gets the last word. Let me show you a true story. For 2,000 years, almost everyone was sure that heavy things fall faster than light things. It just feels obvious, doesn't it? So the prediction was simple. The heavy ball lands first. But which ball falls faster is a question you can check. So someone finally did. First, a fair rule. We must make sure the air is not slowing anything down. Then you take a heavy ball and a light ball, hold them up high, and drop them together. Watch very closely. They land at the exact same time. Every single time. Gravity pulls them down together, no matter how heavy they are. So what about a feather? A feather does flutter down slowly. But that is only because the air pushes up on it and gets in its way. Take all the air away, and a feather and a heavy ball land at the very same moment. One little test beat 2,000 years of being sure. And why gravity does this is a whole other adventure for another day. And what if your test shows that you were wrong? That is not failing. In science, that is a wonderful day, because now you know something new and true. So you ask an even better question, and you go again. So being smart is not about having every answer ready in your head. The smartest people in the whole world are the ones brave enough to say 3 little words. I don't know. And then 3 more. Let's find out. Look how simple it is. Ask a question you can check. Make your best guess. Test it. And let what really happens decide. That is it. That is how we have learned almost everything true about the world. A good question is the very start of every discovery ever made. But once we start asking, we bump into a new problem. How big? How fast? How hot? Those still feel like opinions. Next time, we learn to measure. And measuring is how we turn feelings into facts.